Hey guys, welcome back to Brittany's Little Life. I'm Brittany. There's Cameron. I'm here today with a crock pot dinner, as you can see by the title, showing you guys what I'm going to be making for our dinner tonight. Stay tuned for that. So the first thing you're going to do is add your chicken. This is a little bit over a pound, but it does call for a pound of chicken to be put in there, but I couldn't find exactly a pound, so it's okay. I mean, more chicken the better, right? So, alright, so I added the chicken and I washed my hands off camera to save a little bit of time, and plus I'm really iffy with chicken. I will not touch anything until my hands are scrubbed before that. Alright, so the next thing you do is you add the entire thing of the chicken broth. By the way, your chicken has to be boneless, skinless chicken. Alright, so the entire thing is in there. The next thing you're going to want to do is just add all your other side ingredients, like your seasonings and your tomatoes and your olive oil. You're not going to want to add like the other stuff until later. You'll see it throughout the video. So I'm just going to add these tomatoes now because the cans are already open. I picked the Rotel Original diced tomatoes and green chilies. I just prefer this kind because it's almost like a salsa, but not really. And it literally just says tomatoes. It didn't specify, but because it's a burrito bowl, I'm just assuming that it means diced tomatoes because that would make sense. Alright, so now you're going to add 3 teaspoons of onion powder. So I'm going to get my Dollar Tree style. 3 teaspoons of onion powder. Then it doesn't have to be a specific onion like brand. I just get these because they're cheaper and they work. Dollar Tree, if you want to be a little bit cheaper, Dollar Tree even has seasonings as well. Next, I'm going to do the garlic powder, and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of this. So many smells going on right now. And then you're going to add 3 teaspoons of chili powder. There is a lot of seasonings being mixed into this. Alright, and then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of, I always say it wrong, is it cumin or cumin? I'm not sure. My boyfriend was saying cumin, I think, but I was like, are you sure it's not cumin? Is it cumin or cumin? Oh. Whoops. Well, I think that was a teaspoon. Alright, we're gonna just pour this in there because that was a hot mess. Alrighty. I couldn't find cumin or cumin, whatever it is, in this brand, or I would have got it, but so I found it in this one, which is also a cheap brand. They're not too bad. It's only like $2. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I get this olive oil from Dollar Tree. I think it's just a better deal. So, yeah. All right. This is leaking. Let me throw this in the sink. Alright, and now you're just gonna like stir this around because your chicken is inside of there. I left my chicken out into, like, not out, but like I left it in the fridge overnight, and it didn't really thaw out, so I just kind of, what's it called? I defrosted it for a little bit in the microwave, but I don't think that it is going to be a problem if you can't, and I'm sorry you're not seeing my face this whole time, but camera angle's horrible. As long as you're seeing the products, that's all that matters. He finished his pancakes. Alright, well, I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. Alright, so after you add all of your ingredients, it's supposed to look like this, and you know, your chicken's at the bottom. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna set it on low for 4 hours. So you're gonna let it go on for 4 hours, and then when you come back, you'll see what we do next. All right, guys, I forgot to add salt and pepper. I don't know how I missed that, but you're only gonna add in 1 teaspoon of each. Just wanted to let you know that. All right, guys, it's been 4 hours. I look even more of a hot mess than I did beforehand, but that's all right. I just got done cleaning up a lot. So I removed the chicken already, and you want to make sure it's cooked through, so I did rip it open. It's okay if the tomatoes come out with it. You're going to want to shred the chicken. I'm going to do that off of camera because I don't want to waste any time. You're going to set your crock pot back on high. Or on high, really, because it starts out on low. And you're just going to add the beans, the black beans, the whole can of black beans, which is what I just added. And then you're going to add 2 3/4 cup of instant rice. I prefer white rice, but you can do brown rice. I do have brown rice, but I have more white rice than I have brown rice, so I'm just going to do the white rice. I'm going to eyeball the 3/4 cup, to be honest, because if it's a little bit extra, I honestly don't mind the extra rice. It's only a little bit more. Not that big of a deal. But then you're going to take your little stirring spoon and just kind of stir it in there. It smells so stinking good. So good. This is what it looks like with the rice added. You got all your beans and tomatoes and everything in there. Now you're just going to set this on high, like I said, for... Mine only goes to 30 minutes, so I'm going to check back on it after 30 minutes and then wait 15 more minutes because it has to be on high for 45 minutes. So I'm going to leave it on that and then just let it go. And now I'm going to shred this chicken. Now I'm going to shred up this chicken. I normally would use my what's that called? My KitchenAid to shred up the chicken, but it's kind of occupied with a bunch of stuff in the way. I don't really have a lot of counter space, but that's all right. So doing the old-fashioned way with 2 forks is not that bad, but it sure does smell good. Alright Alright guys, I'm going to do the rest of After the 45 minutes, your rice should look like this. Alright, so now I'm going to take my shredded chicken and I'm going to stick this into my rice mixture. Excuse me, what are you doing? And then you're just going to mix it around, get the chicken in there. Now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to add in your Colby Jack shredded cheese. And you're going to keep this on high the whole time. I'm going to mix in some and then put some on top. Pretty much what it tells you to do is put your cheese in there. And then you're just going to like pretty much let it sit just until it melts, like the cheese melts. Obviously the cheese that I'm mixing in is melting as I mix it. So you only gotta leave it on there for a couple more minutes for like the cheese that you put on top to melt. My hands are washed. So then you just let it sit there and you put the top back on. You let it sit for a few minutes or so and I will show you guys the finished product right afterwards. So guys, this is pretty much the finished product. The cheese isn't completely melted, but you get the idea. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. I'm thinking about making this a series and doing more crock pot dinners. Let me know down below if you like this idea or if you want to see more crock pot dinners that I'll be making. Thank you. Bye guys.